Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Well, go on tours. Hope you're all having a great day wherever you are. We're still in the beautiful Zante and we're in Tsilivi, and I thought I'd take you along the beachfront and see Wagwan. You know the vibe. So just give you guys a little viewpoint of where we are. So we was in Zakynthos and we're now in Tsilivi, which is another little area. And this is a 2-minute walk from where we're staying. In fact, I'd say probably a minute. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's just show you guys. Water. So you've got jet skis and everything out there. That's Accommodation. So you can do excursions. Get a boat from, I think it's main Zante town. And then goes quite early, have a day out, and then come back in the evening. We actually met Stu, who's another content creator who does a lot of content on the island, and he's going there today. I don't think he's going to be recording it, but hopefully he puts more of that content out in the future, and you can see. And then you've got all the kind of sun lounges and all the different sort of hotels, bars. But let's take a walk this way. Got someone parasailing as well. It kind of freaks me out a little bit, parasailing. The only reason why it freaks me out is I hear all these sort of stories about people getting sort of, I don't know, killed on them. So yeah, I think that and bungee jumping is probably something I would never actually do. But comment below if you've ever parasailed and you've lived to tell the tale, or if it's something that's on your bucket list and you really want to do. And maybe you'll convert me into thinking it's an actual worthwhile activity. But for now, I'm on the fence of no. So it is currently about 31 today. So lovely, glorious summer day. A little bit more of a breeze this side of the island. Zakynthos was scorching, not complaining in any way, shape or form. But yeah, a little bit more of a breeze here today, which is very welcome. Again, the ocean goes really far out, so as you can see, some kids over there, you can walk really far out without sort of actually hitting your sort of thighs and sort of, you know, midriff. So again, really great for families, really great for young kids or someone who isn't as confident in the water. There's a little bit of music here, so let's just get away from that. So this side of the island is more of a, I'd say, family-friendly side. As for Zakynthos, it's definitely more of the party, nightlife and younger crowd. They're about 20 minutes driving, so we haven't gone too far out. And the island, again, isn't ginormous, so if you do want to travel around the island, which I would always recommend, whether you do it by car, bike, quad bike, I would definitely recommend coming all to the little sort of different resorts. We're here for about 4 more days. I do want to do shipwreck. Shockingly, we was having a discussion yesterday. We went to a new area, again, courtesy of Stu, who sort of showed us around Kalamaki. We were at our favourite melon bar. We did a live there. We loved Claude, had food, absolutely beautiful as always. Cannot recommend that place enough. But anyway, we ran into Stu and he gave us a few tips and other places to go to. And he said we have to do Shipwreck Beach. We've never actually done it, which is shocking because it's like the main tourist attraction of the island. We've been so many times that we have to fit it in this time. Apparently a new pathway's been built to make the access a little bit more easier. So basically what happened is, you know, just due to erosion and, you know, normal kind of life, the actual viewpoint got a bit sort of dangerous, but they've spent the winter rebuilding a nice little pathway to make the access to seeing the viewpoint, so you actually see down to Shipwreck Boat or Shipwreck Island. So we're going to do that and just have a look, or you can access it from boat. Unfortunately, you can't actually swim or access the island anymore because the boat is in 3 parts now. And it's been like that since about 23, 24. So anyone who sort of was fortunate enough to see it all in one or actually swim out to the island, that's no longer accessible. So we're just going to do the viewpoint, but we have done boat trips and stuff before, so you can obviously get a boat and go to it or do it by an excursion, but you just can't actually physically go and stand where the shipwreck is. So that's a really famous point. Comment below if you have actually been fortunate enough to see it when you was able to go on the island, because, you know, obviously it's only been a few years that access has been withdrawn. So it'd be really nice to know if you fitted that into your trip to Zante, or if you come to Zante, if it's on your bucket list, somewhere you're looking to come to in the next year or so, if you're going to do a boat trip and it's something you really want to see. Unlike me and Kirk, who've not really added it onto our list. And it's not because we don't want to see it, obviously we do. We just get comfortable doing what we like to do, coming to the, you know, glorious beaches like this and just chilling and meeting people and going to sort of bars and restaurants where, you know, we kind of feel like family, like the Melon Bar in Kalamaki. And we usually stay sort of Laganas side, or Gakas Beach, which is Turtle Beach. So we love staying there as well. So they're the sort of main points we usually go. We did Tsilivi the last visit, so do check out the channel. We've got some sort of old content from last year. But again, it was like we had a vehicle and we just came up and we did a few hours. So it's quite nice to actually stay here and see a little bit more of what this part of the island has to offer. So if you have stayed at Tsilivi, love to know your opinions and your viewpoints. We did meet a lovely couple yesterday and they've been to Zante, it was like 61 times, which is absolutely mouth-watering amount of times to be to a place. But they actually said Tsilivi wasn't sort of like on their list, they didn't really rate it, but each to their own. And that's why it's so good to sort of meet different people and speak to, you know, other holiday goers, travellers, and just see what floats their boat. And that's why I love doing this YouTube channel, because this is our opinion, this is what we enjoy doing, this is where we enjoy going. But everyone's different, and once you find your sort of little community and people that enjoy kind of what you enjoy, it's great. But it's also nice to meet people who broaden your horizons and kind of maybe show you things that you wouldn't have thought of or wouldn't have done. And you don't really meet that in your backyard. You have to kind of venture out of your comfort zone to really, look at that little doggy there, oh gorgeous. Yeah, you have to kind of venture out of your little area really to kind of access that information and really kind of hear different people's viewpoints and what they've experienced in life and where they've been and seen, and you know, what you want to see. Travelling is such a luxury and something that most people are fortunate to do. So I'm always like, if you can do it, do it. Don't put off those trips, because anything can happen down the line. And I don't really believe in regrets. I think everything happens for a reason, is there to teach you and help you grow. But I don't want to look back in sort of 5-6 years time and God knows what the circumstances can be and think, when I had the opportunity, I didn't really make the most of it. So yeah, for me, I'm trying to get in as much as I can, and obviously doing this YouTube means that I get to share this with people all around the world who may have not known Zante existed, might not really thought of Greece, might not have wanted to do any of these sort of islands, and now seeing it, they might be like, oh, actually, that's somewhere I really, really can see myself relaxing, enjoying, and being a part of. For me, Greece, or Zante again, we haven't done much to Greece, but lots of people we speak to who have done multiple islands and the mainland. The hospitality is just absolutely fantastic. It really is, above and beyond. And when we've done so many different locations in the last couple of years, nothing really compares. And you know, me and Kirk, our background is sort of hospitality, customer service, so you know, it is a difficult industry to be in, and those little details and those sort of extras that people do to make you feel welcome and included is just really above and beyond in Zante and in Greece, which just makes your experience so much more memorable. And that's not to say other places aren't great as well. Obviously, you know, I think everyone tries, but there's lots of places we've been to recently where you kind of just feel like a number. And I get it, mass tourism, you know, it is hard. But yeah, this is really nice. If you want somewhere where you feel treated and you can, you know, really kind of get top quality service, definitely recommend the Greek cuisine, the Greek lifestyle, and Greek hospitality. Someone on a jet ski over there. Cannot get over how gorgeous this water is. When we go to Shipwreck Island, we'll show you just how gorgeous the colours of the ocean are. We have got footage again from last year where we had our 360 camera, so we did some boat trips and stuff. But the water here is just absolutely gorgeous. Show you guys. I'm hoping the camera is really picking this up for you. You can see like all the way out there, it's this gorgeous sort of like bluey, clear turquoise, and it gets like a little bit deeper as you go further out. But yeah, just sit here or stand as I'm doing and just watch the world go by. So we're going to keep walking straight. So this is, again, Tsilivi. If you've just tuned in, welcome to the channel. Hope everyone is well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We go all over and we like to show you things we enjoy. From beaches like I'm doing now to restaurants, bars. We also do a little bit of accommodation, nightlife, excursions. So we try to do a bit of everything and bring it to you so you can make a good decision about where to go with your friends, family, partner, or if you're a solo traveller, you know, where's good to go. We spoke to a guy yesterday actually, that content will be coming out shortly, and he was travelling on his own and he said this is one of his favourite places to come. So yeah, if you are thinking, oh, am I going to be lonely, or is it good for someone who isn't, you know, maybe a nervous traveller, highly recommend this. Again, you will find friends and have plenty of people to talk to. There's a little bar up there. So you can just lay on the beach, or you've got the actual sunbeds. So this is a little bit more of a wider beach from my beach walk in Zakynthos, which I sort of try to explain. So Zakynthos, you've got more of the beach bars, and the like sun lounges are literally 2 meters from the water. As you can see here, it's a little bit more of a longer stretch of beach to get to the actual water edge, which I don't know, I think I like either. Comment below which you prefer. But yeah, really, really nice. So we're in a new hotel now. Or not hotel, well yeah, this one is a hotel. First one was more of a apartment, and it was absolutely stunning. It was all the sort of little extra details. One of the things that I really rated was they had a diffuser, which for anyone who isn't in the hair community or care about hairdryer, basically it's an attachment which is used for more curlier hair. So if you've got a style where you don't want it to be sort of like a blowout or dead straight, it just makes it a lot easier and keeps the curls basically. And it's very rare, or I found it's very rare to find those in any hotel or accommodation. Usually you just get your standard hairdryer, which is fine because then you know you've got something to dry your hair, or you'll have the sort of attachment to do a blowout, which I rarely do, let alone on holiday where it's really hot and you know, it's just I ain't got the time or the energy to really care about that. But my hair is naturally curly, so to have a diffuser, put a huge smile on my face and just made me think, wow, someone's really thought about everyone. And that inclusivity is just really, really important. So anyone who's got an apartment, doing Airbnb, just a little heads up, not everyone has straight hair. So yeah, like having those little extra attachments for a hairdryer really does make the world a difference, and I very much appreciated that little touch. And that video we did film the accommodation, and that will be coming out on the channel, so do check that out. And that was when we were staying in Zante, Zakynthos. That's where we've just come from, and we're now into Tsilivi. This apartment, nothing wrong, can't fault it. It's a little bit more basic. Lots of people do ask us, you know, affordability, pricing, etc. For Zante, because we are on a beautiful island, it can be a little bit expensive, so we always like to come to this island. So we do book a good 6 months in advance, which makes the accommodation a lot cheaper. So what the accommodation that we are in now, the prices, if you like, say you're looking today and you're like, right, I want to go in 2 weeks time, end of June, I want to be in Zante, yeah, the prices are going to be a little bit more steep, but for some people that's not an issue. For me and Kirk, where we do a lot of travelling, we're always, trying to look for a bargain, trying to keep things on a budget. So we know we're going to do Zante every year. So as soon as we know what sort of time we're going, we will try and do a 6 or longer in advance. So the accommodation is a lot cheaper, and you've got more time to sort of pay it off. And so when you come out here, it's a lot better. But again, some people that's not even an issue or a worry, or something that you don't really consider or think about. So again, if you are thinking of coming here but you're on a budget, I would always advise trying to book in advance. And if you're someone who's just happy to go whenever, then yeah, just look around. They've got loads of all inclusive. They've got apartments, Airbnb. If you're just someone who wants to do like hostels, so they've got a bit of everything. But the prices will obviously be a lot cheaper the longer more expensive the longer you leave it. So that's a little tip for if you want something fantastic but at sort of like a fraction of the price. So the one we stayed at in Lagadas, Zante, which is literally on the strip, so you're in the heart of it, about 10-15 minutes from the airport, if that. This time of year, if you were to book it sort of now, it was about 100 and something a night. If that's fine for you, that's still quite reasonable, I think, for what we had. It's a whole apartment, kitchenette, toilet. We had 3 sort of balconies. We had a little seating outside area by the front door, a little side balcony, and then one with like a little table. And like I said, it was within walking distance to the strip, shops, everything on your doorstep in about 10-15 minutes from the airport. But for us, because we obviously booked it sort of so many months prior, we got it at about 30 euros a night. So that's a huge drop in price. So just something to really be mindful if you are looking to going away sort of next year and you're thinking, right, never done Greece, Zante looks lovely. Start thinking about that now, and you're going to get some really, really fantastic accommodations for a really, really affordable price, rather than sort of leaving it last minute. But I think that's like that everywhere. So sometimes we've left it last minute and we've been lucky and found a bargain. Other times you pay that little extra for that inconvenience of, only having a couple of weeks grace period. So this is Balakito. So I think we're coming to the end of this little kind of beach area. These ones are really nice little cabanas. Guessing they're sort of like similar prices. So they're usually about sort of like 15, 10 euros. Some a little bit more, like 20. And some will include drinks. But like I said, you can actually lay on the beach as well if you don't want to pay that.